So this is basically a very short video which happened in one of my patients, where I had planned to do a PKP with a cataract with IOL implant for a Fuchs dystrophy with scarring. So just go through the video, and then there are just one or two slides that we can discuss. So I thought I entered the anterior chamber. And I excised the button, and I was proceeding for the next step of capsulorhexis.
Oh my God, I mean, I think this is really a oops moment.
This is the real one, yeah.
This is really a oops moment, Nikhil.
Yeah, so
So when was this? How many years back was this?
this was quite recent, sir, actually, unfortunately, to say truly. Maybe sometimes we are very anxious, or there is stress, or maybe, and you miss some of these. So when Sumit asked me, I was just thinking what to show. So I realized I had
This is very good.
this type
This
of.
is real oops, as Professor Nambata said.
So there have been a lot of cases of retained desmids which have been reported after penetrating keratoplasty, and various surgical procedures have been tried. It's quite common in patients who have long-standing corneal edema, such as Fuchs dystrophy, or also in CHED, there are case reports. It can lead to a double anterior chamber following surgery, and the desmids can actually restrict the aqueous flow and nutrition to the donor endothelium. And if it touches the endothelium, it can also damage the graft endothelium, and sometimes the membrane itself acts as a scaffold, starts getting opacified, or can create synechia and membrane formation. Why this typically happens in edematous cornea? We know that the desmids has two layers, the anterior and the posterior non-banded layer, which tends to typically increase with age. And in patients with Fuchs dystrophy, there is abnormal collagenous deposition, which basically causes the desmids to become very thick. and there is reduced adhesion between the desmids and the stroma. And so when you trephine, sometimes despite the aqueous coming, I think there was the desmids stays back. So if this was a simple PKP case, you could have a retained desmids. Of course, since I was doing IOL, I realized it. And if you have a retained desmids, people have tried doing a YAG laser, surgical removal, and again, Dr. Vajpayee has in fact shown a case where they used the trypan blue dye and they published it in the British Journal. So whenever I think as a beginner we are doing a keratoplasty, I think we must try to pinch the iris with a fine forceps or even maybe do a small PI if required to be really sure that there is no retained DM, because it can be sometimes missed and we might have a problem post-operatively. Thank you.